Thank you for watching this Last Mile Profits video.
Going, gone. Yodel will soon be extinct. Keep watching to find out more.
Last Mile Profits is brought to you by Parcel Pending by Quadient.
Gary, let's take a trip down memory lane. There was once a company called Home Delivery Network.
Yes. And there was also one called Securicore.
Oh, that's right. That really is old stuff.
Well, that was the other half of what you're about to describe, I believe.
And what do you remember the name? Was it Littlewoods, the catalogues that were behind?
Yeah, it was all part and parcel of what became the Shop Direct group. And that was born out of the Littlewoods catalogue, which was this strange hybrid of where you went to a shop and ordered from a catalogue, a little bit like Argos was for a while as well. So it was a huge conglomerate, and it was a bit like Hermes, which is now Every, was born out of a national postal strike in the UK where the postman stopped delivering parcels. So they had to find a way to get distance sold goods delivered. And they both set up networks, the two competing businesses.
So we can do one. This would be quite good on Every at some future stage. But let's focus on Home Delivery Network, which finally became Yodel.
Yes.
I like that name, by the way.
Never.
No, it was
never. I mean, it was built for lampooning, unfortunately. Very, very quickly afterwards. You know how memes go around the planet in like half a second now? I saw somebody had corrupted the logo to say, "Your delivery, your problem," which was never their catchphrase. But unfortunately, they acquired a reputation for that being very much the case.
I have to say, it didn't sort of fill me with confidence that this is going to be a high-quality provider. But anyway, we are where we are. So Yodel, which is the final name that was chosen for that group, was acquired about a year ago now by InPost. And the news, Gary, is that apparently they are going to be discarding that name.
Well, can you blame them? I think if you know the UK courier market well, there's always a company that is subject to the kind of social media pylon. And for years, it was Yodel. For years, when they were delivering 250 million parcels a year, you're going to make mistakes, you're going to have errors, and it became, super trendy and super fashionable to knock them. In the last few years up to their acquisition, I've said this before, nobody could have done a better job than Mike Hancock trying to turn that business around. But I don't think they were, apart from a brief period during COVID, they were never profitable. It was an uphill struggle for them since day one.
Yeah, I think it was a peak quarter during COVID that actually made a bit of money. But I think my understanding is that quality has improved largely because they've just dramatically reduced volumes going through it. But the question that I've got is this: is it too early? Because InPost has a pretty good reputation in the UK. Yodel never, unfortunately, did have. If they put the two together, then InPost really is going to have to come up with the goods or risk suffering damage to their brand.
Well, I think the two things that are very short in this world, one is memory. People have a very short memory. So once that Yodel name is retired and it's focused on InPost, then I think it'll be very, very quickly forgotten because it's not going to be part of the data. It's part of our day-to-day life, but most of the public, it's a passing interest. And the other thing that is short-lived is reputation. If you mess up, you very quickly get a negative reputation. Now, whether InPost tarnish their own currently very positive reputation or not is in their hands. But I don't think having the Yodel brand tied to it really helps them.
Yeah, I agree. And forgetting probably in the big picture, it's not exactly the biggest cost point, but you have to pay for two sets of branding, and it isn't just the publicity stuff. It's the uniforms, the vehicles, the depots. So it would seem to make a lot of sense. I think for me, Gary, the big question is this. Lockers are very effective. As we both agree, their reputation is pretty good. The question is, will they be able to get quality that is good enough not to tarnish the brand? And I think that's going to be the big question now.
Absolutely. I mean, we as soon as this information came out, we did a video on it and we said that it's going to be a job of work. It's a difficult network. It was carrying a lot of the wrong stuff. I believe they're carrying much more of the right stuff now, but they also look quite small compared to where the rest of the market has gone. We've got the 3 billion parcel players, Amazon, Royal Mail, Every in the UK, which are pretty much all encompassing. You add up everybody else, it probably doesn't come quite up to the size of any of those three. So Yodel have gone from being sort of one of the largest home delivery partners a decade ago to almost a rounding error now. So it's going to go away by a lot of the great British brands. British Leyland, it was a dominant force for a long time. now it's a memory for people like you and I.
Well, let's not knock them too much because I think rounding error is a little bit unfair. But let's observe
180 million in a 5 billion market, 2%. What do you want to call it?
A little bit above a rounding error. But anyway, let's look at how it goes. I think at the end of the day, if they're able to maintain the quality, even if it's smaller, it's a base to start from, and it does give supportive infrastructure for what InPost is doing. So let's observe. I'd also really be interested to see what our viewers say. You know, people got experience. What do they say? Can they see improvement? Maybe there's someone that absolutely loves the Yodel brand and is going to sort of cry and say, my God.
I know a load of people that love the Yodel brand because when I was at Collect Plus, we worked with Yodel all the time. And there were a lot of people that were properly, truly dedicated to that business and making it grow. And I'm not really knocking them. I'm just saying it's just been difficult. They've been the same size for a decade when the market has moved away from them. So it makes sense to tuck themselves underneath the umbrella of the Polish giant, you know, who are dominating so much of the news in the parcel world across the whole of Europe.
I like that, Polish giant. Okay, so guys and girls, dear viewers, if you have a different view, please share it with us. Gary, inspirational, talking about the Polish giant. And
that's normally how I refer to my son-in-law, actually. Because he's 2 meters tall and very Polish. So.
Oh, and I thought you were going to talk about me. Never mind. Okay, can't win them all. Gary, great talking. Look forward to viewers' comments below, and look forward to our next episode.
Looking forward to it. Cheers, Marek.
You know, Gary, I was looking at the subscriptions and realized that a huge number of our audience actually don't subscribe to watch our videos.
Really? That's outrageous. It's a bit like watching the BBC without your TV license. How can we keep it free if people aren't subscribing and letting us know they want more of this content? It's ridiculous.
And on top of that, if they're not subscribed, they don't get information about the latest hot episode where you can make one of your witty jokes and we can talk about something that is really important for our industry.
If I knew that a single act like that would make sure I got maximum time taking the mickey out of you, I'd be hitting subscribe in a heartbeat.
Well, look, so here we have it. Please, everyone, if you haven't subscribed yet, this is your opportunity. Click right now. The button should be there, or maybe there. Do it now and have it done.